Well, Hector, you've had some ups and downs in your UFC career, 2-2, but both those losses by split decision. I'm curious, if you were judging those fights, what would your record be?
I won both, but that's the way it goes. There's no reason to complain, because when you complain, you remain. So you don't want to complain and stay remain in the same situation. You want to keep forward. So and I forget the past and keep coming forward, keep going forward. You know.
Yeah, sure. Jake Shields has a way of making people look bad, man. He just kind of stifles them, that sort of thing. What do you think about it?
Man, I think like I always say, I believe he's a great fighter. His record speaks for himself. He beat who's who in the sport, you know. But he's born, and this is a sport where you have to entertain fans. You know what I mean? They want to go over there and want to see you fight. They want to see you. Because at the end of the day, it's entertainment business. It's not like a winning business, you know. It's like go up there and show your skills and knock people out, and you know, he doesn't have that.
So what's the key against fighting somebody like that? Just to make sure that you don't get frustrated if he is trying to bore you?
Yeah. I don't know if you see my career, but fighters they always try to make the fight boring. They walk away, run away. I believe for him to beat me, this time he has to come up, and that's what that's my opportunity. That's where I'm gonna get him, you know, because he had no chance of me standing. So run away, maybe, but I think that what he wants to do is just take me to the ground. In order to do that, you have to get closer, and you know, I like fight people, you know, to come at me and go from there. So, you know.
A lot of people are saying that the winner of Condit and Woodley is going to be the next title contender. Do you think that's wrong to just assume that, and maybe they should be looking at your fight as well?
Well, he beat both of them, so I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to talk about. I'm just here to fight and entertain fans. And I really like, you know, what the sport, this crowd they gave me when I came here. That's what matters to me.
You've looked great at welterweight, obviously. You know, was there any talk when you came into the UFC originally about a drop earlier in your career? Was it something that just came up with your camp?
No, he actually came from the UFC. Joe Silva and Dana. Like 7 years ago. 7 years ago, they signed me to fight at 170. I think it's more than that. I think 7 years ago, even before Pride, they wanted to sign me, and it didn't happen. And then I had like some issues. But you know, UFC has always been my home, and you know, I couldn't make it at that point, and then I went in different places, but I ended up here. That's where I wanted. But yeah, that was his decision. Dana White and Joe Silva.
And once you did it, and you, of course, you looked so fantastic against Marquardt, was it something that you were thinking, I maybe wish I would have done this earlier?
Yeah, but you know, when that went through my head. But I feel a strong 195. You know, I went through a lot of stuff that I don't want to talk about it. But hopefully one day I can go back to 185 and show better me.
Mm-hmm. Was it a little bit of a delayed gratification for you in terms of, you know, obviously the reputation with Bellator and all that sort of thing coming into the UFC? It seemed like once you got down to 170, you really looked like the Hector Lombard that everybody was expecting to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is another thing, like, there's so much expectations. Like, the people want to see me, knock people out, and if they don't see me, they just, I lose the fight. So, you know, like, you can check the record, and all fighters have bad fights here and there. But you know, every single time that I kind of like perform so okay, they, you know, it's a criticism behind, but this is what it is.
Hector, you've been really outspoken on Twitter about TRT and against Vitor Belfort. Why do you feel that way? What's your opinion about TRT?
Well, I reckon he's cheating. I mean, like, if you the other was you wouldn't use it, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like if you buy a Ford from the dealership, right? You know, they don't come up all boosted up, but then you put like extra horsepower and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, you go like like 120 miles an hour quicker. So it is what it is. Cheating is cheating.
It bothers you. It seems like it bothers you.
Well, it really bothers me because the way I look, you can check my career. I've always been 185, and I've always been this way. I've never been like you can see me puff and go up in weight and go down. I've always been that way. And I'm the one that everyone criticizes. They say that I'm taking stuff.
Right.
But I also believe that they should check. They should check while they're doing the testing. You know what I mean? Because you can go and buy something for somebody else and fake it. Because they actually don't check.
Right.
They don't check you.
It should be more random.
They should It should be like.
Make sure you're watching them.
They want you want their.
Like, I would love that be checking on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's no changes in it.
Right.
There's no like, hey, call a friend up and hey, just give me yours and that's what people do.
Right. Is there something personal with you and Vitor because you've taken some?
Nah, that's no personal, no personal at all. I mean, I don't know him, but
You want to fight him?
I mean, I really want to fight Bisping, Michael Bisping.
Everybody wants to fight Bisping.
Yeah, it's a lot much, but yeah, there's nothing personal. I think that I was in the Olympics and they used to do random tests, like every other week they would come and they would check you up. If when you feel strong and you got extra horsepower, you perform stronger.
Sure.
Hector, one of the reasons 170 is so exciting right now is that George St-Pierre walked away from the sport. What do you think? Should he come back and fight again, or do you think he's done so much that he should just stay retired?
He can do whatever he wants. I mean, he did. He's one of the guys that you can actually say that he's bigger than the sport, and kind of like UFC is huge. So he's huge. So he can do whatever he wants. So
between you, Robbie, and Tyler now, I mean, this card is somewhat of an ATT welterweight showcase. So has the feeling in the gym been a little bit different for this one right now?
I keep treating the guys the same way. Like, I don't know if you hear one of my previous interviews. I like those guys the most at the gym. Robbie's always been respectful to me, and he's always been nice, and likewise. So with Tyrone. So even when I used to be 185, we used to get along pretty good. So
have you guys had a conversation maybe about what would happen if one of you became champion and then the others were approaching that?
I don't, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that Robbie wins the belt and keep it for a long time. If he wins the belt, I don't want to fight him. I'm just kind of like, good for me. So I just want to go on my fight career and win this fight and go from there.
You said you wouldn't want to fight him if you won?
No, you can have the belt. I'm really busy.
But this is your second time now at 170. Now that you have one under your belt already, is this one a little bit easier preparing for it?
Last time it was a bit harder than this time, but it's never easy. It's always hard work for it. I have to work really hard for it. I have to be out there and diet really bad and run along. It's never been easier.
Do you feel like it's worth it? Do you feel like the drop down is worth the payoff?
It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's the way it goes.
So if Tyron won the belt, you think he'd move back up to 185?
Tyrone or
Obviously, Robbie. I'm sorry, Robbie. I apologize.
yeah, I hope that I can go to 185 and fight there, and maybe get a couple fights up there. We see.
Would you like to bounce back and forth, or?
Yeah. I would love to. Yeah. It's up to UFC, like I said before.
Yeah, and I know you're kind of outspoken on the TRT thing, but Chael Sonnen saying he might not be able to fight again. Vitor Belfort had to give up a title shot. Is there anything bad about outlawing testosterone, or do you think that's just the right thing to do?
Well, there you go. You already said it. If those guys don't even want to fight no more, it's for a reason, right? It boosts you up. It make you stronger. It make you faster. It make your immune system goes, through the roof. You can train 4 times a day. You don't get tired. You don't feel like, if you're 40, you feel like 20. That's the way it goes.
So do you ever get tempted by that, knowing that how great it works? Hey, maybe I should try this stuff.
Right now I feel strong about, the way I am. So kind of like I keep it the way it is.
Going back to the fact that you've got 2 other training partners all in the same division, I know you've been on fight cards before where you've had training partners, in other spots on the card. But is there ever been anything quite like this where it's so unique, where it's not only guys that you train with on a daily basis, but every one of their fights has this sort of, title implication, ranking implication? I mean, it's so interesting that at the end of the night, 3 guys that you train with are going to have real definitive ideas about where they sit. Have you ever had a circumstance any exactly like that?
To be honest, no. I mean, like I said before, Robbie deserved the title shot, and if he wins the belt, I'm gonna be really happy for it. And I'm not here to just go and be a hater or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to fight and entertain fans, and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Will you be after the fight sitting down watching the rest of the card?
Got a cheer for Robbie.
You've mentioned a couple times just wanting to get a few more good fights, under your belt. Do you have plans for retirement in the near future, or?
Well, when I can't train no more and I can't fight no more, yeah. But I feel quite strong at the moment.
You've called Jake Warren a couple times. You've done it in the past, and he's complained during this camp that basically he's going to have a war back to the title, just like how he isn't getting thought about. Do you think that his style and his what you call boring, that really just hurts him when it really comes down to it?
He's boring. He's boring.
You think
that's the truth. I don't like to see him fight, and I'm a fan fan. I'm a fight fan. That's the way it is. What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't disagree. When you're going against somebody like that, do you have to worry about him making you look more?
He hurts the sport. He hurts the sport. Like, it's like Ben Askren. Why he didn't, the people get less. It's like you go and you watch the WWE wrestling, okay? And the guy, he's not entertaining. He's kind of like boring. Who can get fired? It's entertainment business here. It's a professional business here. It's not like Olympics. You go and you're gonna get the medal, like no matter who was the Olympics. How many people? Okay, a lot of people. You think so?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know the ratings for the Olympics.
Maybe running, yeah, but trust me, I came from the Olympics, and I can mention you right now, for example, Olympics gold medalists in judo, and you don't even know who they are. Now, I mentioned you a bronze Olympic medalist in judo, and you know who she is. Why? Because she have to come here. She have to come to the entertainment business. Okay, but I can mention gold medalists in judo, and you don't even know who they are.
Why do you think some guys don't think about that entertainment side and just forget about it?
Final question.
I don't know. that's out of my control. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they do. I don't know what other people do.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Hector. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Always good to see you.
Appreciate it, man.